if I can't fight, let's go.
Yeah.
So no, but it is, and I'm passionate with it because honestly,
you don't want to put their legs in between here and they do that shit. I want to see that.
No, it's it, and like obviously the whole time, like she wouldn't respond and stuff. Like she wouldn't want to know. But now obviously I'm the 112 champ. She has to, and it was like, oh well, if the promotion allow the fight, I'll fight her. So what are you on about, you wet wipe? If the promotion like number one, who's dog walking you, and why do you need permission? Like what does that mean? Real champs.
Carla, appreciate for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. Before we begin, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I appreciate everyone and every single one of you. Thank you so much. Carla, how are you?
I'm good. A pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, all good. I need to know from the get-go. You used to
straight
be
in.
I need to know. Well, you tell me what you do first before I get into the questions.
Yeah. So I run a ring girl modelling agency. I would say ring girl, but I feel like I'm sorry now. So I ring girl for BKFC. Love that. I box as well. So yeah, hence why I'm sort of like taking a back seat with the other stuff, just because I'm just like training things all the time. But yeah, ring girl, boxer.
Wait, so you said, so you're in charge of the ring girls? You have your own agency for that?
Yeah, so we have an agency for Ness. Best ring girls in the game, most beautiful girls.
But you weren't always a boxer?
No. So I started out just ring girling. Well, I started ring girling, hostessing, doing like promo jobs.
Really?
You know, like grid girling, the girls with the bodies, the racing. Then I was just getting really busy, like giving the jobs to my friends. Then it'd be like, oh, can you drop the outfits? Then it'd be like, oh, can you like order this like to go? And I'd be like, oh, I can just like turn this into a business. Let's do that. Done that. Then I was ring girling a lot. So I was watching the boxing, and then I was like, oh, this is just really cool. I was training. And when I think back to when I first started boxing, when I look at it now, it was just like the most pathetic thing, and I thought it was like so good.
What ringer?
No, boxing.
Oh, boxing.
So I started boxing before like the whole influencer scene came about, but there was no like just because I liked it from ring girling, but there was no like misfits or any money in it. Obviously, I can't train and be pro, and even the pros, there's not really any money in it as well. And then just the misfits came about, so I was like, brill. You know, I'd already sort of been in the gym, and I was like, yeah, let's knuckle down. There's like, you know, good purses here, you know, good promotion. Let's go. And it's just started doing that.
What were you doing before?
So before I worked as a like an early years practitioner.
Okay.
And then after that, so I had like a children's entertaining business as well. Yeah, it's so great. That's why I'm laughing to myself, because I forget like all the things. Yeah. So I worked in a school as early years practitioner. I'd done like one-to-one support for like it was called ECAT, so like children with English as an additional language, so they wouldn't sort of had the speech, so I'd help out with that. Done that for a few years, loved working with children and things like that, so started the entertaining business. That was great money. Like mums and dads love to spend money on their kids, is something I noticed, but it was very time consuming. I'd done like princess dress up, like Rapunzel.
Really?
Yeah, so it was really like a full thing. Done that for a couple of years, and was just sort of like, it was a shame because I loved it so much, but I was like, oh, this isn't really what I want to do anymore. And at that time, so I was working in the school, I had that business, and then I was getting offered modelling work and things, so that's how the ring girling came up.
Right, okay.
I just started modelling, and then it was sort of like just in the same field. But yeah, so that's what I'd done before that. And then even before that, just sort of no real sort of career. I was just working, just earning the money, just like shop work. I worked in Hollister. I think the very first jobs I worked on like burger vans, like, so yeah, done it all. Yeah, so even it's funny because like we used to grid girl at Silverstone, and like years before that I'd worked like serving chips on the burger vans that were there, and I'd be like to my friends, look where we started. Now look at us, like, thinking we were like living the dream. Like, but yeah,
selling burgers to actually working out and like,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, selling burgers to Holden Brollies.
What was that transition then? So like you just before you became a ring girl, and then when were you like, okay, I want to like switch? Was it through modelling, and then that's how they approached you?
Yeah, it was a lot less work, the modelling, and even sort of like the hostess event staffing for more money. And it was just sort of like, I'm very sort of, because I always wondered like, am I going to fall out of love with boxing? Because I'll do something for a while and then it's sort of like, I'm like, oh, I don't really like that. And also when I was working in the school and things, I wasn't very like business career. It wasn't like, oh, I can earn loads of money, or I didn't really have that mentality. Then when I started doing the hostessing, it was like mixing with, because I had like really good clients. They were like really high up clients, and it was like mixing with them and being like, oh right, like these guys, you know. And then picking up that whole, right, we've got to do this, being around people that were like that, you know, pushing me and saying, you know, why don't you just start your own business? You're doing this, you know, for us all the time, etc. And then it was sort of, I was like, right, you know, from a business point of view, what earns the most money? What can I do? Start the agency. I was getting the work. And just sort of like carried on with that.
What's the money like for a ring girl?
Yeah, good. Good. I would always say it's not really the money that doesn't make it a full-time job. It's more like you can only ring go on the weekends sort of thing.
Oh, right.
And I mean, if you are, because the girls are usually like ring girls and do grid girling. It's a bit like sort of when you're like a freelance model or like actor, and you have to be doing like multiple jobs and stuff. But it's usually girls that are like, you know, at uni, or it's a part-time thing. But sort of like for the BKFC, and obviously they've got like UFC ring girls, they get paid a lot more, and they can sort of use their status for other jobs and stuff. So, it's a good pay. And I think as well, the main point I always think to the girls is like, we're not really doing anything. Like, imagine getting paid anyway, and it's just that, and it is a hard job, everyone. Yeah. But you know, we're having fun. We can take a break when we want. We're with our friends. We chill out. I love the boxing. It's, you know, as strenuous as holding those cards are, it's not that bad. Yeah, we have a great time. So yeah.
What's like the downside of doing that?
Ring girling.
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Do they get a bad rep?
I think any girl in any profession can get a bad rep. I think it depends how you carry yourself. I think there's definitely stigma attached to ring girling, modelling, even like Instagram models, any of that type of thing. I think there'll always be stigma attached to it. But to be honest, like there's no real downside. Like even when it's late and stuff and it ends late, because it's something. It's like being like going out having a fun time with your friends. And being tired, it's like, oh yeah, well, I was having loads of fun tonight, who really cares? So yeah, no, not really.
And what made you like then switch into like boxing? 2-0 champ, you know.
I know.
Come
on. Double champ pendant, let me add.
From a ring girl to a boxer, that's mental.
I just loved it. Like I'm really like, because I never really like, I was like, oh, everyone would be a boxer if they could, and like, but I think I don't know what it is, like, because I'll do. Like, I just like the thrill. Like, I've noticed now, like, I'll say things to my friends and they're like, why would we do that? Like, I'm like, do you want to, like, go jump out of a plane? And, like, why would we want to? I'm fine. Like, and even the girls, I'll be like, do you want to spar me? Like, do you want to come? And they're like, no. Like,
fuck that.
And then I'll be like, come on, you can be like, you join Misfits. Like, well, you know, I'll get you on the ring girl. And they're like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm having my job.
Just walking around the room with a placard like, let me keep our eyes on Carla.
So I think, literally, I just like fun stuff. And you know, it's really weird, and in the weirdest way possible. Like, I've always felt like I needed to do more. I don't know what the word is or whatever, but I've always felt like I can do, and not like I'm great and amazing, but I know there's something that I can do that is a bit more than what I'm doing. Because it sort of stemmed from everything, even when I was like, oh, I can, you know, be a ring girl, be a model, but there's more to this. So it's like, I'll start the agency.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like I'd done stuff and I was like, no, there's something like, you know, and because it's a weird feeling if like to go to yourself, no, I think I can be like a really good boxer. And like, I'd be like, no, I'm really athletic. I'm good in the gym, I blah, blah. And I'd like be annoyed at myself. Like, I should be doing more with my life, like with this, you know, good physique and, you know, training all the time. So yeah, then I was just like, the boxing came up. It was like it was so weird. It was like it like just was made for me, because I was like thinking of all these things like, I need this, how can I do this? And even things like, I loved the fight week and the presses and the you know, the back and forths.
Yeah.
And I always used to think to myself as well, like, because I'm not a nasty person, so I don't want to row with people all the time. But at the same time, I'm like, it's quite fun, like that part of it. And I literally would be like, well, how can I use that in like a job and get paid and it not be a mean thing or whatever. So now I get to do like fight weeks and presses and all that stuff like that. It was like, oh yeah, this is the dream job. That I was like, what can I do now?
Has there ever been like, even the first time you went through like any press, were you like a bit uncomfortable? Were you like, I don't know if I can hack this?
No, not really. But I don't think I'm maybe like it's sort of like my success or popularity or whatnot grows. Maybe, but no, not really. And I think I'm quite just sort of like, there's nothing you'd have to do a lot to bother me. Like I'm just so like happy and content and blessed. It's sort of like, even if you said something really bad, it'd be like, I only have to like leave the situation and go back to my normal life and everything's like great. So no, nothing really sort of presses me like that. No, it's all been quite, and I think even though I've not been in that world, I've sort of always been on the edge of it. So it's sort of not trained me, but sort of learnt me how to deal with situations, you know, how not to be sort of like pushed into situations, how to manage yourself properly, things like that. So I think it's a bit less daunting because of that.
What was the transition from like, not transition, the first sparring session when you're like, okay, like this is the beginning?
So I remember I just wanted to spar for ages and I kept like, why can't I spar yet? Why can't I spar yet? And I remember it was like, okay, you can spar now. And I still had to wait like a month of them being like, okay, you know, you'll be, and obviously just because I wasn't ready. But all I remember from my first sparring is just like, why can't I hit anyone? And when I watch it back, because a lot of them were filmed, I was just like punching air, like, and it's so funny when I watch it because you just punch, and I look at it like, are you trying to hit people? Like, what were you doing then? But I just didn't. Obviously, I didn't have the footwork. I couldn't do any of that stuff, and no one really stepped it up or beat me up the first couple of times because obviously, like, they're going to go a lot on me, especially because I came from the influencer scene.
Right. Okay.
Anyone that sort of handles me first, especially when it's like boxing gyms, I think they're a bit, oh no, like don't hurt her because she'll go and tell everyone, like, or even like don't make her run too fast because and you have to sort of make them know like, no, I'm here to train, you know, put me through my paces.
Wow, they're so careful.
It's like, maybe not everyone is, but I think,
they actually,
and maybe because I'm a girl as well, and because I'm a ring girl, because I got a lot of like, you'll get your nose broken, you know, like, are you sure? Like,
okay.
Everyone was like, really? And I was like, well, if I get, it's like people thought like, is she going to sue us? Like, what's going, because I'm like, then my nose will be broken and, you know, like, it's cool. But I think people just don't, maybe people don't believe like the genuine, when I say I have no fear, like, and I'm not really bothered about things. I think people maybe are just still a bit precautious because most girls don't want to get in the ring and get punched in the face, and they probably will kick off if like they start bleeding or whatnot. But no, I remember when I first got hit really hard and it was like, ooh, it was like real. And she was really tough, and I could tell she could beat me up at any point she wanted. She could just batter me at any point. And she had this really big overhand right, and she just used to lump me with it. But it took like, because I'm obviously better now, all of those spars and stuff, like I look back now and I'm like, oh, that's why you can't get me in the corner because I'll be out of it quick. And I'm like, because she piled on me that time and I hated it. So I'm very grateful for it all. But yeah, definitely a lot of improving. Like even my first fight, when I look at it and I'm like, it's just like such a different time. But yeah.
Have you encouraged any of the other ring girls to actually join boxing?
Yeah, they're just not, they don't really care. It's weird because I'm like, why not, just do it. But no, a couple of them like boxing and stuff like that. But also I feel like it's a full-time thing, and unless you love it, like I'm obsessed with boxing, like I really just love it. Yeah, I think if it's not that, you can't do it because you have to take it seriously. You have to be one in the gym every day, and if you don't absolutely love it, you're not gonna want to do it. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
And that first fight that you had, what was like first walking out into the ring?
Yeah, it was good. It's funny because everyone was like, you'll get nervous at some point, like you're gonna get, because I was like, just, oh no, I'm cool. And then because I've ring girled, I've like was used to the set, the event. I've been on the ring walk before, like I've done all that stuff. So in terms of like the lights and knowing where the cameras were, that all I was sort of like already comfortable. So
it's kind of like you gave yourself a head start in a way.
Yeah, I was like, and I'm sure it's like anyone else who sort of came from my sort of field would have like felt the same. Like, I just was really excited. I just met, even on the first fight, I was just like, and I think a lot of the difference is because I wasn't scared and I wasn't worried about losing, and the same with this fight as well. And I think maybe when it's an opponent or a fight that I'm like, oh, okay, then I think that's when it will happen. But I remember this fight walking out, I like stopped for a second. I was like, oh, I've got to do it now. I was like, oh, right, now we're going out to fight. And then I thought I was going to get like all nervous, but it was really like, I just sort of told myself like, right, you've got to go out now, and we're sort of going.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, you know when I sometimes watch fights as well, I'm just thinking there are like thousands of people, let's say Wembley Arena or whatnot, or stadium. I'm just like, isn't that a distraction? The cheering, the noise, the music. I think it's like overstimulating.
Do you know the overstimulated thing? By the time I've done the walkout, I was so overstimulated. Right, my team was so irritating me all day.
It's just too much going on.
They had to give me like a proper telling, not like, and my team was like, calm down, stop now. He's like, you're going to be annoyed. And then he even was like, go out there now and go and look like how many people are out there because you're not taking this seriously. And I was like, but I'm fine, like, because I was just mad excited. I was like, I was just having fun, like. But yeah, definitely was way overstimulated. So no, I think by the time I got out there, that was it, and I was just like, no, it's time to fight. Yeah. And in terms of the crowd and stuff, it's funny because I was the underdog. Everyone wanted this girl to win. She's obviously the champ as well. So I was like underdog all week, but I was like really geared up, ready for the booze, and I was like, yeah, come on. And then all I could hear was my friends and everyone cheering, and I was like, oh my God, like I was like really like overwhelmed, like why is everyone cheering? Like I'm the underdog, everyone hates me, like what's going on? So yeah, no, it was good.
Where did you grow up?
So I was born in like Wandsworth, Roehampton.
Okay.
Yeah, so born in like, I think, is that South London?
Yeah,
so I always get my geographics wrong, get told off. So
are you fully English?
So my dad's side's Jamaican, and then my mum's side's Irish.
Okay.
So yeah, I grew up in London, moved to Milton Keynes like 2000.
And what was like the goal when you were growing up? What was like the goal?
It's weird because when I was little, I always wanted to be a teacher. I always used to like practice in my room, like do little assemblies and stuff. I was like such a loser of a kid as well. Like, I promise you, I was the saddest, lamest. Like, I used to collect Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but that's me. I did that.
Yeah.
You know, fun fact. My first ever YouTube video wasn't podcasting or anything like that. It was actually me unboxing Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool when you're older though. I feel like when I was a kid, like...
Why laughing, bro? Did you not know that? Yeah, it was like baseball cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to
Is
like...
it still up?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No. Yeah, but this was primary, like year 6 maybe. Yeah, then going into year 7.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
Until my family took the piss out of my voice, because you know your voice, like back then it was a bit like... It's like, now I'm unboxing Pokemon cards, my first booster pack.
What was your favourite Pokemon?
Charizard.
Oh, I like Charizard.
Yeah, man. Because I had the level X Charizard card. But my brother threw all of those away. Like, they were so rare. Do you know what? He threw them.
You look so upset.
I am upset. I was actually so hot.
It was like flashback. Like, so sad. I've never spoken to him since.
No, because you did not like, I couldn't forgive my brother for months.
In a like a malicious way? Or?
Well, yeah, no, because like they were worth, like I was collecting them because I knew they'd be worth a lot one day.
Yeah.
And around the time he threw them out, it was around the time when it became popular again.
Oh god.
So I was seeing it all over YouTube and it was actually hurting my heart.
Horrible brother. Have you got him back?
No. To get closure, I actually bought a new booster pack just to get closure.
Okay.
But then I bought it and I was like,
It's not the same.
I don't need it. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
I still have it though. Do you still have yours?
No, but I had them all in the like plastic wallet.
Yeah, the binders.
Yeah. And I used to go to this shop. Nowadays, it's like, you know, what's that game? The dragon board game that everyone plays. It was like one of them shops, you know, when like people like that gather. Yeah, like that.
What's it called? Dungeons and Dragons.
That's it. It was one of them weird shops, but also sold Pokemon cards. And I used to go down there in this little shop in Richmond where we used to live.
Oh, bless, used to be the one.
I was the gayest person in the world. Yeah. And then I used to go home and play The Sims and just be a loser.
They took us so seriously though. You go in there and watch a match, you be like, whoa.
Oh no, yeah, like proper. And I thought they were so cool. And I was like, yeah.
That was what AG Fury was to them. When they were back there. That was a stadium show right there.
No, I don't know what I've done with them. And like you said, I remember when it started getting popular, I was like, I had loads, but...
Yeah, man, I'm still... Oh, I wish I still had them.
Yeah,
I wish I still had them.
Would be minted.
100%. Even like you go on like Amazon and stuff like eBay, whatnot, there's resellers. And you just come across like Pokemon cards, like 50 quid. I'm like,
And do you know, I always think it's one of them things where it's like everyone says it's loads of money, and then we'd get to sell it and everything. And I'd be like, how much you get? And you'd be like, £7. It was all a lie.
But you know, £7 for a card is actually a lot.
No, for the whole.
Oh, for the whole thing.
Though,
oh,
yeah.
right.
I feel like it would be an anticlimax.
But you know, you'll go on like eBay and they'll sell like thousands of cars for like £100 maybe.
But people buy like rich people buy the craziest shit now. Like even like that whole they're like electronic art and stuff like that. And they're saying like, have you heard the GTA thing? They're going to start doing like where you can just buy everything in the game. So you can like buy.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Like
yeah,
a really cool
yeah.
skin for like £5,000. If you're like the richest guy, you've got all the best skins and stuff like that. Like,
that's scary though, man. That's like your life there.
Yeah. I can just imagine loads of people like just in that game 24/7.
Yeah.
Just no interaction.
No, but even with like GTA 5, people have actually like gotten a career in the game. Like they've actually like I got my PS4 quite late. I didn't get it like early on. And then I started playing with my friends. I just got GTA, like fresh character, just a little apartment in GTA, no car, nothing. They're minted. They're like loaded. They're like, yo, come to my apartment. I just seen
to
a
be
whole
fair, I
garage
took the
just for better
Sims
cars.
really seriously. To be fair, yeah, I just race home and I just need to like be on the Sims. Like,
Yo, I used to be a Sims girl.
I was like obsessed with it. I was like a computer nerd. My dad done like had like a computer repair business. So I remember I not knew about computers, but it was like quite new. So I thought I was like really cool, and I was like, yeah, I can do everything. Like kind of, and we'd have like IT lessons at school, and I'd be like, oh, you know it actually. And I thought I was like the coolest person in the world. So yeah, I just played really like lame. Do you remember the Lemmings?
The Lemmings.
That was such a cool game. No one ever
I
remembers
played
it.
like Club Penguin, Habba Hotel.
No, how old are you?
28.
Oh, I'm quite old.
How old are you?
Older than that.
How old are you? Are you allowed to say?
42.
Fuck off.
No, I'm joking, but that was such a good reaction. Get the fuck out of here. Slaps me on the face.
Yo, although it's a joke, I'm still kind of like, I'm believing that for some weird reason.
Wow, thanks.
No, I don't mean it like that. No, I don't mean it.
No, I am quite old though. I'm 35.
You do not look 35.
Oh, thank you.
I assume like maybe 29, 30.
Okay. No, I'll take that. That's good.
But you look pretty good for a boxer.
Yeah, I don't get hit, you know. Too smooth with it.
Just quick.
Too slick with it. I got whacked this morning, so I don't know why I'm changed.
What was it like having your nose broken?
Me?
Yeah, I've had my nose broken as well.
No, it wasn't my nose.
Wasn't your?
I
you
broke her
somebody.
nose.
Oh, right,
yeah, in the fight. Yeah, I was like, why does it look bad? Yeah, no, I've never had my nose broken. No, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But no, I'm too good for that.
Yeah. Who's the one person you really want to fight?
Like in the scene.
Yeah.
Not so much I really want to fight her, but so when I started Misfits, my weight was 125. Like that's what I am. And the girl who's got the belt, Elle, she's in the 125s. Wouldn't fight me. Not wouldn't fight me, to be fair. Just sort of like I was new, hadn't had a lot of fights. She's the champ.
Elle Brooks.
Yeah. Okay, she'd already had like 3 or whatever fights. So it's like, I'm not fighting you right now. So went down to the 112s. Man's was like, do you want a title fight down here?
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to fight you.
So at the start, it was more of Carla needs to have a few more fights before she fights. But and to be fair, even in my own defense, like, why am I going to jump in off one fight and be having a title shot?
Yeah.
So then we moved down to the 112s, got that belt. But it's like, okay, now you know what's up. You know I can fight.
Yeah.
Give me my 125 belt now. So, not so much I want to fight her, but that's my natural weight. That's what I came in at. Double champ. No one else is double champ yet. Might as well be the first. So yeah, that's what I want. I want my belt, bitch. No.
But will that happen though?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like you can't. I always think that you can't gatekeep forever, and it was okay when people were like, oh well, she can't fight, so why should she fight now? And now it's like, oh well, I can fight now, so you know, you can't tell me that I can't fight. So as far as I'm concerned, like, let's fight right now. Next fight, she should be taking the fight, because if it's say, oh, Carla can't fight me then. If I can't fight, let's go.
Yeah.
So no, but it is, and I'm passionate with it, because honestly,
you know when they put their legs in between here and they do that shit.
Yeah, for real.
I want to see that.
No, it's it, and like obviously the whole time, like she wouldn't respond and stuff, like she wouldn't want to know. But now obviously I'm the 112 champ. She has to, and it was like, oh well, if the promotion allow the fight, I'll fight her. So what are you on about, you wet wipe? If the promotion like, number one, who's dog walking you, and why do you need permission? Like, what does that mean? Real champs say, I'll fight you right now, shut up. Because for me, if someone was running around in another division saying they were the badass and they could beat me, I'd be like, you better get here right now because you can't.
Because it's a serious sport. It's not all fun and games about Don't have the belt hanging in your flipping wall just for the sake of it.
And this girl who had the belt, who I took it off, like I say no disrespect, because like I'm not always trying to do. It's hard in boxing because when you talk, it sounds like you're like being aggressive and horrible about the person, but sometimes it's just facts. But she did not deserve that belt. She was not a champ. She wasn't the champ. She was, she didn't do anything to earn the belt, and I knew I was going to beat her and take it off of her. So it's like, that's that. And if anyone was saying that to me now, then I'd be like, yeah, let's fight. Elle's had a few fights. Like she can fight, to be fair. She's a good fighter. She deserves a belt, but it's like, well, be a real champ then and fight me. Because even like Julie, the girl in the division above, I was like, I'll fight Julie. If everyone thinks that I'm crazy, and I'm like, I'll fight Julie. She's 145, so quite heavy. It would be a big job to get up there, but I genuinely, I'm like, me and Julie, if we were the same weight, I'd fight her the same way. Like I said, I'll fight Elle. Like, I genuinely know that I am better than these girls, and if not now, we put in the camp and we will beat them. That's like that.
That's a winner's mentality right there.
No, but 100%. And I think, thank you.
That's such a winner's mentality.
Because I think people were getting sort of like, in the press is like, you're so cocky, and I was like, it's not cocky, it's confidence. Like,
it's part of the game.
If you train like I trained, you'd know. And it was like, from when she was like, because you think you're tall, you're gonna beat me in that jab, is when people say, it's like, if you're gonna be a boxer and say you're not worried about someone who's tall and got a good jab, like, the things she was saying, I was like, you are absolutely effed. Like, you don't know anything about anything. Like, and I'd seen her fights before, and we was like just so confident. So when I was in the fight week, giving it stacks, it wasn't like a fun. I was like, I know I'm going to beat you. Like, it's just like, can we just get to the fight now? Because it's sort of, it wasn't being rude, it wasn't anything. It's like, I know I'm going to beat you, and it's a disrespect for you to even stand in my face and even think that you can beat me. That's why I'm angry at you. That's why you're getting this energy, because how dare you say she was like, I'm going to knock you out, things like that. And it's now her knowing how much she can't fight, because of obviously what she dealt with in the fight. She must know now, okay, I understand now why that sounded so crazy, like, because it was crazy talk. Like, I knew like she wasn't even going to hurt me, let alone knock me out. Like, it was what.
How did you get that mentality? Was that taught? Was that just always you the whole time, since maybe from when you were growing up? Where did that come from?
I would definitely say my upbringing. Like, my dad's I was 34, my dad's Caribbean, so he's a fiery person, very passionate. And I think just from birth, it was like, you want to do something, you can do it. Like, you can. And I was always just told, like, I remember my dad being like, you're amazing, you're so beautiful. Like, I was like the most beautiful girl in the world. Like, he used to call me my model. And he'd be like, you're a model, you're this, you're that, and everything. And I think he just built me up so much that I genuinely just believed I could like just do anything. And I think anyone can do that. I think if you tell someone, you're the best, you're going to do anything, you're amazing, they can go and do it. If you tell someone every day, don't do that, or I wouldn't do that, or that might be a bit scary. But it's funny because my mum's really soft. So it was like a comparison of, because my dad was quite fiery as well, but he was quite tough. So it'd be like, And
what did they think about what you do now?
So my dad passed away it's all right. About 3, I can't remember now, but literally just before. So he just sort of see me training and stuff, but didn't really know. My mum is so funny. She went the other day like, I'm so glad you don't do that the proper boxing where you hit each other. And I was like, yeah, it's good.
Just come back with blood in your eyes. It's so different.
I even showed her the fight after that, and she was like, oh my God. Like, she's very like, no, she's not a fighter, bless her.
It's weird. It's because like some influencers, right, they'll fight for the sake of fighting.
Yeah,
but then you're like
80% of the scene.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like,
and you're like, no, I want to take this fucking
serious. If I had time to be a pro, I'm like, who wants it now? Come down here, because I'm ready. And it's literally, I'm like, I will fight absolutely. There's not one girl in the whole of the roster that they would say, oh, do you want to fight her? And I'd say no, just none of them. Like, just none of them.
Oh, so they give you like options on who to.
Well, it's like you'd be in your weight division, so there's like 4 weight divisions, but through the whole of the thing, there's not one girl I'd be like, oh, I don't want to fight her, or like, I'm just not bothered. And even like Elle, like, she's tiny as well. Like, I don't think they understand. When they were like, when the girl was knocking my height, I was like, you're mentally insane if you're actually gonna mock my height in boxing, because it's like, as much as I'm sort of the same as like the shorter guys, like the girl I sparred today was shorter than me. She bombed me like loads.
I realized that was possible when Diaz was fighting AJ.
Yeah, like if
that's
you're
when
good,
I was like, okay, I was like, anything's possible here.
Exactly, like if you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
But I know you have to be good to be able to fight someone that's tall. So she's we just knew she wasn't going to be at that standard. Like you have to be like have proper boxing standard to try and, because like 100. You said, it is an advantage. But at the same time, like the girl she fought in her fight before was like an inch smaller than me, and the other girl won. So it's like, because she was like, oh, it's because you're tall, I wasn't used to spar. All fight promo, it was like, I've sparred tall girls, don't you worry about that. And then as soon as she lost, I just wasn't prepared to spar anyone tall. We wasn't prepared. Like, they didn't have eyes and they couldn't see my long ass. So but no.
What's the biggest myth when it comes to boxing? And when you, so to Sean, when you like came into the boxing game, you were like, oh, I didn't realise that.
The truth of people saying like sparring's different, and when you get into spar, Carla, you're going to realise how tiring it is and how tough it is. Because I'm great at cardio, and they call me the cardio queen. And they was like, yeah, we'll see how. And to be fair, like I can do I done 10 rounds this morning. My cardio is actually good in terms of boxing, but the first time I got in, I was like, oh my God, like I couldn't breathe. It was like I was like suffocated with like, it's a different type of like tired. And I was like, oh my God, like this is overwhelming. Like that was definitely a struggle. And then I started having to get my road work in and do my runs.
How often do you train?
So now I'm not like in the full swing. I just got back like 2 weeks ago. We've been training for like 2 weeks now, but every day really, like for myself to just go to the normal gym, because I think even if I didn't box, like I have to be in the gym anyway. Spar like twice a week, pads a couple of times a week. But yeah, pretty much every day. Like obviously we have to rest days. So
are you like also on a mad strict diet?
Not now. So now is crazy because I don't even eat bad. So we had a weight cut. So I went from the 125 to the 112. So I had to lose that. It was mad. Like it was like 6 or 8 kg. But I'd never been 50.8 kilogram before in my life. So I was like, I didn't even know if we can make this weight. Like it was crazy. We took the fight. The lowest I'd ever seen on the scales was 53. So I was like, and I'm so skinny. I was like, what if I physically can't get any more fat off me? Like we can't shave my bones. Like what am I going to do? Like, so then my diet had to be strict because I had to get the weight off. But it was only like the last 2 weeks that it was like mad strict, but I eat quite well anyway. I just like cakes and stuff like that, so I'll eat all the good stuff. And then because I've got high metabolism, it's like, oh, I can eat everything. But then when I had to physically get that weight down, there was 1 or 2 days where I just wanted to die, and I wanted everyone to
you got a sweet tooth?
Yeah, crazy.
Really?
Like I would have every day for breakfast like a piece of steak and a piece of cake next to it. Like
what?
And steak and cake.
For brekkie?
Yeah. I just love sweet stuff, and I just like being really full in the mornings. When I get up, I'm like starving, and I'm like, I'm gonna
tell you something that you don't want to hear. I skip breakfast.
Oh, I don't know how.
I know. I've heard it is pretty bad.
Yeah,
if not that, we'll just porridge or something.
Oh yeah, but porridge is just lame.
Innit?
When I was trying to eat healthy, I went on porridge, and then I was just like, "This is a poor man's food. It's so dead. Why am I eating?
It's good for you, but it's so boring."
Yeah, and also I realised that you can get better
nutrients.
Boring. Yeah, from other stuff. Like I just literally will eat meat, fish, veg, and then all my like cakes and stuff. I feel like a lot of people wake up late as well, but I get up at like 5, 6.
And what, you train at 5, 6?
No, I just like getting up early. So I'm really weird. So when it's 9 a.m, I feel like I've already done a bit of the day. You know, like I get all my admin, all everything. So then at 9, I'm like, start the day, but I don't know
why. I feel like is that every sports person?
Is it really?
Like Mark Wahlberg wakes up at like 3 or 4.
Am I an athlete? Like, maybe. No, but yeah. And then I try and go to bed early, to be honest. Like this will be a late one. When it hits like 8 o'clock, I'm like, I like to go to bed early. I'm not such an old lady. Like I'm not out any time drinking, clubbing, doing anything fun or strenuous. I'm just boring.
So yeah, like when you're not training or like boxing or whatever, like what do you do like in your spare time? Like, do you go out?
I'm just such a like not nothing, but there's not really any time, and I genuinely just love boxing so much. Like if I had a day off, I would probably just call my coach and be like, let's spar, like, because I just love it. Like it's or I just say to the girls, oh, let's go to the gym. And then I have girls that I spar with that are like my friends too, so it's like a social. And because I'm so busy, I don't really see anyone, so when we do, it's like a catch up and it's fun. So yeah, not really anything, just spend time with the family, to be honest. Literally, other than that, family, train, that is it.
You got siblings?
Yeah, so there's 5 of us all together, half siblings, so not like mad close that we grew up with. Yeah, but yeah, not like crazy close with them all. I'm the youngest, so they're all older than me.
And what do they think of what you do?
Yeah, they think it's quite cool. We had like a family. It was my auntie's birthday a few months ago, and everyone just thinks I'm wild. It's so funny, but because I'm quite like my dad, and that's obviously my family, so they're like, oh, you're just like dad. Like, why would you be boxing? Like, what random things.
What features? What did your dad box?
No, but whereas he was just quite like sort of like loud, will do anything, sort of like the same with me, like where I'm like, I'm gonna win, I'll do this and that. Like I think that's where I get that mentality, because I think my mum's quite sort of like, if there was a competition, she'd just vote herself the loser. I don't want to do it, and you guys can win. Isn't that nice? She just she just wants.
You got like such a winner's mentality. So how do you handle like losses and stuff? How do you handle like
I don't lose. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, I don't lose. So no, but in all seriousness. Not really, because I don't think anything's a loss. Like even at sparring today, like the girl got the better of me in some of the rounds. Like that's not a loss, like, because I can learn from it. Like I'm meant to get beaten up. Like, you know, if we're leveling up the sparring, if I'm beating everyone up, I'm obviously not sparring good enough people, because I'm not magically like the best boxer in the world. So with losses, I just try and learn from it, and like I don't really like feel there is losses. I always wonder, because for me, I'm like, I'll never lose. I will never lose boxing. I'm never going to lose.
Keep having that mindset.
I just know that I'm not going to. But then I also I think like from an interesting point of view, oh my God, I wonder how I would handle it. And I probably think I would have an emotional breakdown and not be able to cope. So I think that's why I'm such a winner. Because I think even with not getting my own way, but I just want everything that I want, so I'll just go and get it. And that's it. And it's like,
I've seen that video of you getting emotional as well when you won as well.
Oh, it's so lame.
No, it's not. But come on,
it's so ugly.
It's not, man.
No, it is.
It was a huge moment for you.
It was just, I don't know. I was just like so overwhelmed. It was like, and it's really weird because I feel like I'm so grateful for the position I am, but it's really weird because I don't feel like I have everything in the world. So when I get so excited or emotional or so thankful, I think sometimes people think, what's she so excited about? It's only like a belt, or it's only like the. So it's like I felt really silly, and I was like, oh my God, it's like, you know, it's not the Oscars. Why have I got so excited? But for me, it just means so much. It meant so much. Like all of it does. So like just every aspect of it. Just even the fact that literally everyone wanted me before I was going to lose. Like everyone, like the betting odds were, I think if you put 2,000 on me at one point, because all my team and my friends, I was like, bets on. If you put 2,000, you got 12 back. That's how bad the odds were.
Wait, the fights that you've had, your friends have put bet on? Yeah.
So my friends put bets on this one. Yeah.
What's the most you made?
Yeah, it's funny. My manager had like accumulators on like the whole night, and he was running in like, we've got another one. No. So yeah, it was a good night in the office for us.
Tell us about your next fight, Specs. We need to.
No, I will. Yeah, I want. We can.
This
all
is
eat.
a winner's mentality. So
our
returns will be huge.
No,
bro.
honest, like. When I say I'm not losing, like I'm not, and it was funny because if you knew me or you was on my team or in my camp, they were the same like me, like, and people were coming, even like one of the boxers were like, oh, I shared a cab with your coach, and like, because she was friends with the girl that I was fighting, and you could tell she was like, are you gonna win? Because it was like, when it gets to a point where they're like, Carla's so confident, her team's so confident, like, what's going on here? And I think the last couple of days people were like, oh, maybe she can fight, like, because this is weird, like, and they kept all going, you're just deluded, like the girls are like, you're mental, like, you know,
that's a loser mentality.
yeah, and they were like, you just think you can fight, but I genuinely thought they all thought I was just going to get like smashed up and she was going to beat me up, like, it was crazy, and I just didn't understand why, like, but.
If you don't mind me asking, have you settled down yet?
I'm not married, no.
You're not
I'm quite settled, yeah, just not married yet, but yeah.
Okay.
Enjoying a nice settled life.
Because sometimes people choose not to settle if they're like head is in the game of like, let's say, sports, whatever, because it's too much distraction for them until they actually like become.
Yeah, no, I think so long as you've got sort of like the right, I think even with friends it's like that as well, like you have to keep the right people around you, or like you said, it's just distractions. And I don't have like a massive team, but all the people in my life are like real solid, like legit people. So no, yeah, good time.
Interesting. So you didn't go like uni or anything? You didn't go.
So I did. So I left school with my GCSEs. I wanted to do my degree, and I didn't. My maths, I didn't get the result that I needed, so I had to read.
What degree was it? Maths?
No, so I wanted to do a degree in psychology, but in my maths I didn't get the right, GCSEs, so I couldn't get on the course. So I had to retake them, do an A level, done that, done it like an evening course, so I didn't go uni like the generic.
I wish I did that, man.
Yeah.
Adult classes in the evening. Should have done that.
Yeah, so done that, and then because I was working at the school as well, so I was just sort of like going through the qualifications, things that I needed to do in that.
So boxing is as much as a mental strength as physical. So how do you stay like mentally sharp during a fight?
That's one thing that my mental sort of attention, anything like that, that's something I really struggle with. And when I actually even started boxing, you couldn't call me like a longer than 3 combo. You could be like 1-2 hook, and that was it. I couldn't remember anything else after. And I'd always have a go at like, or tell people that train me, don't ever call anymore because I'm never going to remember it. I've got really bad memory. But now it's like I'm like really good at it and stuff like that. But the mental is crazy. Is definitely for me harder than the physical, and even like the boxing IQ, stuff like that. My issue is like memory, remembering stuff, like cognitive, like organising, things like that. I lack on that side. So even someone, when I first started calling out things to me, I couldn't like just hear you say. I'd have to like, oh, do it and watch you do it, then okay, that. And it took me a little longer to learn like those sort of things. And I did get frustrated for a while actually with the mental side of things, like because it's like, oh, I know I can do it, so why can't I like remember something? But it's like when it's like slip, roll, 1, 2, do this, remembering what side to slip to.
Is that just in boxing though that you can't remember? Or is that just
in general? I'm really like, I went through like a couple of years of losing my keys every other week. No, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
I will happily lose anything but house keys, bro. Honestly, I can't stay stranded like that.
It was crazy, a crazy problem. And I had a Mercedes that you couldn't get like a key cut for. You had to get it from Mercedes, and it took 2 weeks, and it cost £300. So every time it used to because I'd lose the key, the spare, I was just a like liability. Like, so I think because I was so busy all the time, we can blame it on that. But yeah, for ages, I was just, the worst one was when I was like, oh, I've got to sort my life out now. We had a Ringale event in Newcastle. So obviously I ran the agency, so I drove all the girls up there because it was like my friends I was working with it. Literally gave the keys. I remember giving the keys to one of them and going, I'm going to put them here so I don't lose them, because I'd have to do things like that like all the time.
I'm exactly the same. I've done that shit with my passport when we was going.
Honestly, and do you know why I was so annoyed actually? Because I put my keys in the hotel drawer and left them in there, and then as we were walking out, the girl was like, oh my God, I've left my shoes in your car. So I was like, oh, okay then. So she went and got the keys, and I was like, had you have not done, I done my thing. I know I'm bad at remembering. I put my stuff away. But obviously she's entitled to forget her shoes. We went out to the car, and then because I knew I wouldn't lose them, I went, right, I'm going to put them, and then just never ever remembered where it is that I'd said that I'd put them.
How are you not like this?
Couldn't find them. Obviously we're in Newcastle, we live in Milton Keynes, so it was like 5 hours away. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like so upset, like what can I do? The hotel were like trying to help, but they was like, we don't know what we could do. But I couldn't remember that process of even giving them to the girls. So I was like, I don't know where they are. And then I was like, this is how bad my memory was. We went back to the venue and was looking in the venue for them for hours. I never took them to the venue. Like,
it did a whole 360 on your brain, just like, yeah.
I just can't. And also, you know, when you like remember something happening, I'm like, oh, I know it's there because I remember in my mind seeing me put myself there. I just make stuff like that up.
What?
So I'd be like, I know say I've got something at home. I'm like, I know that's on the side because as I left, I looked at it before I walked out of the house. I'll go home and the thing's not there, and I'm like, I just make things up. Yeah, honestly, just absolute.
Mental.
So now I just have to just organise myself well, set myself up. But yeah, I had to leave the car in Newcastle. Had to wait 2 weeks for a new key. Had to get a train home with all of the girls. It was just...
That's such an inconvenience.
Inconvenience, expensive. Just, I felt like a big fat loser and a disappointment. No, honestly,
Where does that stem from?
For a long time. Feeling like a loser?
No.
Losing my shit all the time. Losing my stuff. I don't know.
It's like, yeah, since birth I've been like this.
I don't know. I've just been like that. I think I get so excited as well. And I'm to be fair, I'm always busy and stuff. But for my dad used to call me like scatty. He'd be like, oh, you're so scatty. And
that's not even a nice thing to say.
No, but I was because I'd always forget stuff. He'd be like, where's this? Where, like, you know.
It's scatty.
I'm the kid that would have no pen at school.
Yeah, that's
no, my dad was. This is what I mean.
No, but I've associated scatty with like something just so like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I get you. No.
No, but I don't mean, yeah.
Yeah, no. Like you said, messy. So never know where anything is, bad. Or even now, like my gym bag. I was like, nothing wrong with that. My gym bag, like everyone wraps their wraps up nicely. Mine are just in my bag like a kerfuffle. Like when people are like,
oh, that's me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, and that's why I'm so organised. I never know where anything is.
See, both of you have poor memories, but my attention span is down the drain.
Yours is awful. I'll be talking to him and I'll
mid-conversation.
I got told off for this today. Yeah, I'm literally picturing a whole, I'll do it in the spa sometimes. And that's why when you're like, the mental thing's hard for me because I have to really prep myself as I'm going into each work because I'll honestly just wander off and be like, dinner tonight, what should I have? And it's like you're gonna get punched in the face. Like,
have you seen that video where it's like, you know those people with ADHD? I've got it, and it's like, if I'm, let's say, boiling a kettle,
oh yeah,
I'd have to do other tasks whilst the kettle's boiling.
This is crazy that you said this because today I literally was making a cup of tea and I was just about to put the milk in and I saw something else that I was meant to do and I literally went to put the milk on the side so I was like, just put the milk in the tea and finish that. Like I think because I'm like, I want to achieve and I want to be the best and I want to do, I'm always trying to like, right, do this. Like I'll start one project. Like if I'm decorating, I will literally like hang a curtain pole and then paint one wall around it, like just because I wanted to do that bit at that time and then be like, right, now I'm going to lay the carpet. Like, just nothing I ever do makes sense, but it always works out in the end.
I feel like I'm slowly starting to know people like, then like unfinishing tasks. They're not finishing tasks. They're just not doing it.
Yeah, I have to be really like want to do something to finish. Like I won't start things. I'd lose interest in things that I'm not interested in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless I really love something, I'm just not. I don't care. I won't do it. Like,
do you know what I did the other day? I ran the shower because I have to wait for the hot water to come. So I thought, okay, whilst it's running, I'll go clean my room. And after done cleaning, I just sat on my chair like, oh, finally. But I forgot that the shower was running. So I just left it running.
I flooded a hotel like bad. But I actually had to private the TikTok video the other day because I think it went viral again. I was just getting a load of hate for no reason. Like, so who floods a hotel? Because it was really funny. Like, it was actually hilarious. I'll show you the video after. It's so funny. And I think I was really tired in the morning and I can't remember what I was doing, but I was filming a video for something. And or I think I was on a live or doing something for like promo for work, and then someone was like, "Oh, your bath," and I was like, "Oh my god!" The whole hotel room was just cut, and I don't know how. Like, but also the bath just ran so fast. Like, I'd never seen anything like it. It was so fast. Also, like, have you ever overrun a bath?
Yeah.
It doesn't come over, does it, and creep into your whole house?
No, it doesn't.
It goes down the plug thing. I was like, the bath's defected. Like, it wasn't my actual problem.
But the plug thing wasn't fastened in the bathtub.
No, I've had it run over before.
For hours, I've had mine at home. Not hours, but a long time, and it's never come over.
What do you mean, without the plug, bro?
No, so the plug's in.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
You know there's a little plug being at the top?
Yeah.
Water will just go out of there as opposed to, like, flooding onto the thing. Oh, I've never done that, to be fair. So I was like, there's something wrong with your bar. So the room floods, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Just say nothing. I put towels down. I was like, hopefully it'll dry up. Obviously, it's all,
Them ones
it's
there,
in the
the little ones.
It's like everywhere in the hallway. And then I'd like done a video, like, and it was like just so wet everywhere. It was so funny. And then she's like, hello, there's water. And I was like, oh my God. So I rang. And then she opened the door, but her first thing was like, oh, don't worry, it happens all the time. And then I was like, sweet. Like, that's that brilliant. And then the hotel guy was just mad angry about it, just just like one of them over the top males. Because
you're not getting punished for it in a way.
But even before that, he was like, even if like, fine me £1,000, do whatever you're doing, like, why are you so mad about it? Like, he came up and he was like, rah, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, like it's not your. Do you know what?
I said, I was like, it's not your house.
It's not your yard, bro. Yeah.
Literally, I was like, you don't own the chain. Like, you've got nothing to do with this. Like, just chill out. I'm sure it's happened before. You've got insurance. It's not my problem. Like, just actually relax. Like, I said, if anything, your bath's not good. It's rubbish. It runs too fast.
She flipped it.
No, honestly, I did, because he was really shouting at me.
No reverse card.
I was like, if anything, your hotel woman just told me, and I felt really bad because I was like, she's gonna get told off now. But I was like, no. I was like, she told me it happens all the time. I was like, your bath's defected. I don't even care.
He must have been standing there like, what? It happens all the time.
He was livid.
Come over here.
He was like screaming at me, and I remember videoed him. I'm one of them annoying people. Like, I'd be like, I got you on video actually, shouting at me. I like video calls, that for work. And he was like, I remember him lying about something he said. So they fined me like £100 or whatever, and was like, you're gonna have to pay £100.
No.
Or whatever. And I was like, that I didn't even care. Not I didn't care, but I was like, fair enough. Like, if that's the case, like, whatever. He was just really shouting about it. And then he called me I think it was like a silly little girl or something. And so I asked to see the manager, and also he told me the manager, and he wasn't.
He wasn't even the manager.
He came out and he went, I didn't say that, and I literally was just holding the thing. Like, I was like, you did. So in the end, they wiped the £100, refunded me my whole room for the weekend, and was like, if you want anything to eat at the bar.
Do you know what I've said to the man? Silly little boy.
Yeah. But it was a bit like, it was just too much. I was like, I've already flooded the room. I'm £100 down. Like, stop screaming at me. Like, it's like everything's cool.
Because you reacted so calm and you reacted so aggressively.
But that's it. It was just wild. And I think he was annoyed that I was so calm. And I was like, things happen. Like, and he doesn't know my life. Like, crazy stuff happens. This is nothing. Just relax. Like, you're lucky I know where the room is.
Did you tell him you were a boxer?
No, I wasn't at the time. So he's lucky. Yeah.
Where was this?
We was in Leeds. We was doing, because I'd done a programme called, do you know Celebs Go Dating?
Yes, yeah.
Celebs Go Dating the Mansion, and we had like a reunion thing up in Leeds.
You were part of the show?
Yeah. It was in COVID, so it was a different type, and you all just stayed over in this mansion. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to, like, I think normal Celebs Go Dating is like you just go on like individual dates and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember it being COVID, and I was just like, oh, there's nothing else to do. Like, all work had shut, that time. It was just like, and only like sets were running. I was like, yeah, let's do that. So there was like a reunion in Leeds for the weekend. So I took one of my girls up and was like, oh, we'll do that. Flooded the hotel. But it was funny. I was just like, I'll get over it. Like, even things like if someone hits me in traffic, stuff like that, I'm like, just cool. You're insured, we're insured. Like, everyone just.
Oh, that's my fear. I wouldn't know how to react. I'm a kind of angry driver.
I was, and I think I've learnt I was just angry everything and non-patient everything, and like react to everything. And now I realise how nice it is not. And I think now I have the boxing, so I'm like, I'll just beat someone.
See, I want to get to that stage. How do I get there?
I think I just got fed up of being so angry, and I also just felt bad. When like you want to be a good person, and it was like, I'm not being nice to people. Like, it was really weird because I got to a point in my life I was like, everything was great, I was getting it, but I wasn't like moving to the next level. And I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm doing everything right. And when you look into yourself, and I was like, right, I've got to assess what am I doing? I must be doing something wrong in life if I'm not, getting the things that I want, but I'm working hard. Yeah. And I was like quite angry, quite.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I just blame anyone for anything, or like, nothing was ever my fault, or. I done this because this happened a long time ago, and now I feel, one of them. So
not being aggy and always remaining calm will actually get to where you want to.
Yeah. And I just was like, just fed up of being angry and like annoying.
Yeah, I need to learn that,
Yeah, and I was just like, there's obviously something that I'm not doing right in that. Oh, thank you. took me a while. So I was like, yeah, I want to, and it's quite selfish because it's like, I want more. I want all these good things. Like, why aren't I getting it?
No, Carl, I'm at that stage right now.
Be.
It's like I'm getting the small things, but I'm also aggy at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just follow suit.
No, don't. Yeah, because I do wild stuff. Like, you cut me up in traffic. I remember once I got out on the roundabout. And I was like, what's up? Like, what? Because he was a guy.
Who's on what?
He was like, it's these things that I can't stand it when people get angry. And I always think, like, I don't know why. Like, because I'm a girl, or I don't know why. Like, I'm always like, I'm just a small little girl. Like, I always feel like I have to be, like, even more so. Or I don't know whether it's just, like, because, you know, I've, like, got Jamaican in me and I'm just firing. I don't know what it is, but I have this sort of, like, need to have to not defend I don't know what it is.
It's
if
like,
I even think you're trying to wind, like,
I think I know. I think I know what it is. It's like when someone kind of like,
it's like I was always on the defense. Like,
yeah, when someone does you wrong, it's like you have to retaliate.
Yeah,
no matter what it is.
Yeah.
I want you to feel the same pain as I do.
Honestly.
So you want to inflict pain against them,
like,
rather than
and this guy, I honestly tapped him. Like, I tapped his bumper. It was like tapped, and it's because he just kept not going at the things, and I was like, I it's just annoying. Tapped it, and he like just went mental and was like, whoa, and all this stuff, and I was like, but he was like shouting at me through the car, so I was like, I'll just get out then, and I was like, what? And I was like, don't think because I'm a girl or a man. In hindsight, when I look back on some of the things, like, who does that? Like, no decorum. Like, also, do you want to get banged out? Because it's like it's one guy that's having a bad day, like, but yeah.
Plot twist was the hotel manager.
Yeah. Like, I was just always, you know, just always had to be like.
I think it kind of makes sense as to why you do what you do now.
Yeah,
in a way, it's kind of like led you there in a way.
Yeah, and I think like it's weird because it's not like I'm an angry person. It's weird, but I do 6.5. I always feel like for a girl.
When I picked her up from downstairs, I was like, shit, she's taller than me.
It's really funny because there's this ongoing thing at the minute, because the girl I fought, she's like, you lied about your height. Everyone thinks I'm like 5'10". It's crazy. So if you've got a tape measure, feel free to measure.
You look really tall in your videos.
I do. It's because
really
I'm
tall.
skinny.
Standing up, but sitting down, you look.
It's because I've just got long arms, and it's really. And I always
Bro,
explain
give me
this
some
to
credit,
people.
bro. Fuck,
But
man.
that makes sense.
I
'cause
zoom out or some shit.
I have a short torso, and I always say, and I know they look at me like, why are you telling me that? But it's true, because when I sit down, I look really short because there's nothing. I just have really long limbs, and yeah. So it was off age. It's like, you're not really that tall. It's like, you're just rubbish. It's got nothing to do with it.
How tall are you?
I'm about
6'2".
Guys like mad care about how tall they are, though, don't they?
I did. I don't, not as much anymore. I don't know why.
No, yeah, I think people care, like,
It's uncontrollable.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
But if they do invent something where they stretch me, I'll be the first one there.
Yeah.
I'll camp overnight.
My thing was that because everyone was like, "Oh, you're so skinny, you're so skinny." Like, the girl kept saying it, and I was like what you said, but this is how I was born. Like, I don't. It was like I was like such a. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, okay, I just am what I am. But yeah.
Do you care about that stuff? You're not really fussed about it.
I would have. I keep saying like back in the day, but I just feel like the past like 4 years, I had to do a lot of like growing and stuff to just stop being not miserable, but like I had to do it to stop. So yeah, that would have bothered me. I think I probably would have said no, it didn't. But yeah, I think back in the day, if you would have said something like that, I would have probably pretended it didn't and then gone home and cried in my room. But now I don't. And the skinny thing, why I didn't care about that, because I was like, the skinny is what's going to F you up, so that's fine. Because it's like, if you want me at 112 and I'm 5'6",
Do you have to be really skinny to do that?
to get that weight? Yeah, it was like, it's, yeah, because I'm so tall. That's why all the girls, like, I'm probably the tallest girl in my division, but they'll be bigger than me, but they're shorter than me. So for me to get to that weight, it was like I just had to literally strip everything off, like. And then I weighed in like 49 on the day, because I was like, because I knew he was going to win, and I was like, this is too easy, like, what's going on? And I was like, I know I'm not going to make weight. I was like, that's the thing that's going to like mess me up. So I was like just really strict and made sure we were like super low. But
For those that don't know, even myself, What happens if you're slightly over?
That's it.
You can't fight.
Well, for a title, so usually you get like plus or minus 1 kg, but when it's a title,
you have to match that
make
number.
all the weight, like that's it.
Yo.
Yeah. So you can weigh in. So we weighed in, I think, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. And then if you don't make weight, then you've got like a couple of hours to like shave your head, throw up, and just do whatever to get the weight off.
That'd be me, you know.
I remember when I was ring girling a weighing event and the fighter didn't make weight. This is like before I knew about weighs and how it all worked. And I remember the promoter going to him, like, go to the toilet and come back. And I burst out laughing. And they were like, oh no, that was serious. But literally, he was that close.
Yo.
Just going. But it's crazy. I like, learned a lot about weight and water and stuff. Like when I was doing my weight cut and putting, it's crazy. Like, and it's really weird. I learned that a litre of water weighs like a litre of water. Because I was like, if I drink a litre of water, you will literally put on a kg on the scales, like instantly, until you like get rid of it. So when people are like waterboarding, like trying to make weight on I never understand. I'm like, why are they doing it? And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And like I'd be ring girling and I'd see people eat like dry, like pre-workout or like dry, do their stuff with no. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And it's because they can't literally have a shred of water, otherwise it will push them over the scale. So yeah, like fight day, we didn't really drink that much water. I think I had like about that much I was allowed for the day. He was like, that's your water, just sip it.
Why didn't you just fast during the weigh-in?
Do you know what's crazy is I was like, when I first realised I had to do a weight cut, because it was, like I said, I had to learn a lot. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, just 2 weeks before the fight, I will starve myself. I was like, I'm so like disciplined. I was like, I just won't eat. That's fine. The weight will come off easy. And yeah, it will. But like, who can train and spar during that time with no food and
that's
no
the catch.
fuel? Yeah. And then it's like, well, you have to train like
That's
up
the
and coming.
catch.
Yeah, it's like you just feel awful, and your body needs it more. Like so.
Yeah. Do you draw inspiration from other athletes?
Oh, do you know, I actually thought the whole question was, do you draw? And I was like, what a guy. Like, why has he asked me that? Do you draw? What do you draw?
I was thinking that was a left.
You nerd.
Do you know what? It kind of made sense because like you did want to become a teacher as well. So this is me like, can you draw a boat?
Yeah. Well, this is an art attack.
I missed that show.
It was good. And then the heads, do you remember the heads thing?
Yeah, that freaked me out though.
Yeah,
that was weird,
that's what I was
man.
going to just say. That freaked me out. What else did you watch? Do you remember Recess?
Yeah.
That was a sick cartoon. I loved that. Rugrats.
Yeah.
I loved the Rugrats.
Did you have satellite back in the day? Did you
I
watch
had
that
Sky, and I remember I thought it was so sick. And I remember when my dad got us Sky, and we were like one of the first ones to have it. And I was like, all the channels, like, and I don't know why. For some reason, I ripped the whole what's it called, like where it says the channel numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, do you know what I
I was
used to?
just a weird kid. Like I'd done the most weirdest things, like all the time, and I don't know.
You
why.
were lucky. I used to buy the TV Guide, the actual magazine, to see what the fuck was on.
Oh, my mum used to send me to the shop on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It gives me flashbacks every Sunday to get the Sun newspaper or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Make sure it's got the TV.
That was like
right.
my Netflix as well, because I used to get the TV Guide at like around Christmas time, because they used to always show good films around Christmas time. So I used to circle the ones that I wanted to watch.
That was the
And it was like
life.
now or never. It wasn't like Netflix. You just repeat the thing,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So it was like, if you have to be there at 3 o'clock to watch The Grinch.
Yeah, but it makes things like better. I feel like we take things for granted now. So it's like, oh, I can just watch it whenever.
I miss those days, man.
Yeah.
The excitement of like, oh, another
Yeah,
movie.
good films.
CBBC was my go-to, and Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I actually I'll never forget this day where I won the top 10 UK singles on, you know, when you call in. And like it's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
question thing. Everyone at home called in and I got it and I was like so excited. It was like I remember, you know, when you couldn't use the internet and the phone at the same time.
Yeah,
I was like, Dad, don't be on the internet. No, they're gonna call me back. And I had to answer a question. I can't remember what it was. And they were like, yeah, you've won the top UK 10 singles. I was like,
Well, and they'll show you like on TV like all the stuff that you could win. There was like a little school bag and whatnot, little.
yeah, and
Okay.
I won. And I was just so happy.
What did you win?
The top 10 UK CDs. Like the top 10 albums and singles.
Oh, only is that
Yeah,
what
that
we got?
was it.
Oh,
It
right,
was
okay.
like
What was the question?
those-
Do you remember?
I can't remember, but it was like I had to answer a song lyric, something like that. Finish something off.
Were you like big into music back then?
Yeah, I was like just proper, no, just not nerdy, but like
You're in the whole pop culture.
Yeah, but even so, I listened to like Eminem growing up, like,
Nice.
and the Spice Girls, to be fair. So it's like quite a.
Don't.
Oh, I love Eminem so much.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I was a weirdo for it though. Like with me as well, I can't do anything just like a little bit. Like I have to be like die hard. Like so, I had my whole back wall in my room was covered in Eminem posters.
You're lying.
I swear I'm alive.
Can we be friends?
And then I had Eminem written at the top, and this was before like it even was like a cool graphic online, because obviously we didn't have online. But I got all his photos and spelt it out like the E.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was so sick. I was obsessed with him. And then after a while, my dad said like I wasn't allowed to listen to him because I like got way into it. And you know that song, like, bitch, I'ma kill you. I don't want to fuck.
Yeah.
I'd just be going around singing, and it'd just be like.
I played that on my way to work. Early hours in the morning on the train. Yeah. Bitch, I'ma kill you.
You know them memes? Like, I wonder what she's listening to. And it's like, fuck you.
I
love it, Slim Shady. Yeah.
Fucking kill you. And I'm then like,
good
morning.
That. Yeah, Dr. Dre. Tupac. I was a massive Tupac fan.
Okay, you're big into hip hop.
Yeah, like pop. My dad was a DJ as well. So
He reacted because he knows how much I love Eminem.
I just love it. Did you go to a concert though?
I haven't seen him live.
Oh,
did you go to the Wembley one?
He's not a fan. No, I'm joking. No, back in the day.
I'm waiting for him to go like on tour so I could just see. I just want to see him live.
I don't.
And I'll rest.
I don't think I would want to now because I feel like he's not the same. Do you like him now still?
Yeah, have you not heard his latest album?
The music, no. I heard that after Houdini. I was like, I'm not listening to any of this.
No. Please, Carla, give it a chance.
I will because I love him.
Wow, Houdini's great.
No, it's not. Do you know what I feel like?
I'll spoil with that tune.
To be fair, it reminds me of that. I'm Slim Shady. It's that type of like.
Yeah.
Gimmick. I feel like it's that's why I like it because it's sort of like.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yes,
but I feel like that style of music that's why it's sort of gone out now. That's why I'm not.
What's your favorite album by him?
The Marshall Mathers LP, I think.
And what's the one song you absolutely love by it?
Oh, I just love them all though.
You have one that you can always have on repeat, but without getting bored.
I don't know what it's called, and I don't want to sing it.
Which, if you tell me from which album, if you remember.
It goes, I'm just Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See how he just
Marshall Mathers. Yeah.
I loved that song. And I just sing it with real passion. What's the one Stan? That one as well.
Yeah,
I'd sing
yeah.
like, I'm on the freeway right now. Like, just chill out. Like, yeah. So that was my dad was like, stop listening to this. It's too much for her. She's too impressionable.
The Way I Am.
Oh yeah, I like that as well.
That
So I want to walk out to an Eminem song, but I'm not. I don't think people will.
You can. There's that one.
They might be like, "Oh, she's weird. Why has she done that?" You know? Like,
No. I don't think so. Do you know? We mentioned this before. You know the song "Till I Collapse."
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one to walk out to.
Do you know what, another one like that? Talking of favourite songs, what's one? Toy Soldiers. That's
Yeah,
real
that was good.
inspiring. Like, yeah, one of them.
Yeah, you definitely can walk out to that.
Yeah, I might do it then. Next one. I say, this is for you, Amir.
Mine is "Why Can't We Be Friends? Why Can't We Be Friends?" No, okay.
No.
That would be my walkout
Move
song.
on.
That would be my walkout song. No, it's not.
That's the hardest thing, I think, picking a walkout song. I was like, I didn't pick mine until like the day before. Man, she kept being like, "What's your song?" I was like, I don't know. He's like,
Actually,
pick a song.
On that, does the artist get paid?
From the walkout player, yeah, because I feel like it'd just be copyright where and whenever, wouldn't it?
That's like the biggest 10 seconds of fame they could get.
Yeah, they might.
Did you ever watch Drake and Josh?
No.
Zoe 101?
No.
You didn't watch
I
Nickelodeon?
know them, but I didn't watch them. I was really weird. Like, I watched cartoons for a long time. I feel like I watched it over the threshold. I was probably still watching Recess at like 15.
No, Reese's is good.
Yeah, it was just good though, wasn't it? Ren and Stimpy, I watched that. Cat Dog, do you remember Cat Dog?
Yeah.
Sick.
Did you have Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Ed and
Eddie. Yeah, loved that. But do you know, like, when you look back on some program, that was a weird program. It's like actually quite weird if you watch it.
Yeah, it was. Even they had like Courage as well, the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. Some of those were just like a bit.
Speaking of film, are there any boxing movies or documentaries that really resonate with you?
Oh, I watched the sickest boxing movie the other day. Obviously, I've got a bad memory, so I can't say what it's called. But it's had Christy Martin in it. I think they're doing some remake or something because I keep seeing some boxer who's playing her popping up. But she is like a badass actual real boxer. It's sort of like a documentary on her life. But yeah, real like I'm one for them, like a real boxing inspiration movie. Like when I say like I love boxing, because that's what I mean. Like I'm just such a geek. I'll sit and watch the boxing. I'll sit and watch my sparring. I'll be in the gym. It's like everything I do is just boxing. Like I'm literally obsessed with it.
Have you seen $1 Million Baby?
No. Well, no. Which one? What
that's a boxing film. Got an Oscar for it.
Tell me
with Clint Eastwood.
What happens in it?
Not Clint Eastwood. He directed it.
I'm really bad at like putting names to films. But do you know what I watched for the first time the other month? Crazy. On the night before my fight, actually, Rocky.
I think you have to.
Yeah, I was like, I have to. I'd watched number 1, and everyone was like, "What do you mean you haven't watched Rocky?" And then I remember I was like throwing a bit of strop during my time, and I was like, I said something like, "Oh, I've done it all on my own anyway. Like, I'll just train on my own. Then, if not, what's helped me." And there's like a line in the film that's like, "Oh, I'll try." Yeah. And everyone kept saying it to me, and I was like, "What's that?" And my team were like messing about, like, "Oh, it's all right. She's gonna live alone. What is that? I'll get the."
What was that quote?
It's like, "I'll live alone. I live alone. I'll die alone. I'll win the title alone," or something like that. They kept saying it to me, and they was like, "That's you." And they were like, "Watch this film." And I went to watch it. Like the guy was gonna be.
You had watched the film.
Yeah. I was like saying it to everyone. I was like, "No, you know what?" I was just like getting above myself.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no one's doing enough for me. Like, I turned into a monster. And I was like, I need this. I'm going to be the champ. Like, and then they were like, "Yeah, just chill out and go and watch this film."
Breathe.
And I thought the guy was going to be like the star of the film or whatever. And he's not. He's just a bit of a div. Like, he didn't even have a good part. And I was really upset. Like, why have you said I'm him? And they were like, just for that line you keep spinning. Yeah, just chill out. Just
have it grained on your wall or something.
Yeah, no, I should, but it does.
This one, it's about a female boxer. Frank, an ill-tempered old coach, reluctantly agrees to train aspiring boxer Maggie. Impressed with her determination and talent, he helps her become the best and the two soon form.
Oh, I gotta watch that when I get home.
It got an Oscar as well for performance and best film. It's so good. You have to watch it.
Sold. I'm sold. You should be like a movie critic.
I'm like,
let's do it.
It's in my blood.
Start another YouTube.
I was born. I studied film at uni.
What did you do at uni?
Film and visual arts.
Oh, lovely. So have you always sort of? That's what you've always wanted to be.
Yeah. So like I've always like was into like filmmaking, and like podcasting just started like a kind of out of boredom. But when I left uni, started like working for like Channel 4.
Who's your favourite guest apart from me? Who you've had on?
I think Nella Rose, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I love her. I watched a couple of the clips there. I love her.
Yeah.
I love anyone that's just like unapologetically themselves, you know.
Yeah.
There's no acting or sort of like.
We went to the same college and uni together.
Okay.
So we used to sit next to each other in media class. She was like one of those people that just didn't really care about the work. So like you know when you get put into when you have to do group work.
Yeah.
So I did all the editing. I was like teaching her how to edit, and and then after that I met her at uni, and she was like, "No way you're here."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's doing so well as well.
Yeah.
That's her killing it. But yeah, just because of like her personality, she was your favourite.
I think so. I think it's easier when like you kind of already know the person.
Yeah, I bet.
The thing is, like, I only had like limited questions for you because like I did a bit of research.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like I also want to be surprised with what I want to hear.
Okay, cool, yeah.
It's like I don't want to give myself a huge head start and ask a question I already know the answer to.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be like, tell me.
Like
Do you get bored from like answering the same questions?
Around this fight I did, because it wasn't even that, but now the fight's done. And it's not that I'm bored of it, but some questions that have been repeated so much. And you know, when you feel like you answer the same question a lot, I'm like, oh, that's become me. Or, you know, like.
I bet all my questions.
Not even that. It was more stuff about her and the fight and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to keep just talking about how I beat her sort of thing, because, it, you know, like it was sort of a bit done in the end. And it was like, the whole when you guys like, how tall are you? And I was like, oh, like everyone always like the whole how tall are you? But that was just like a genuine how tall are you?
Yeah.
Usually it's like a how tall are you? Because we've got this picture of you standing next to a log and you look a little bit taller. It's just like, oh, get a freaking life, you weirdo. Like, honestly, like, just calm down. Like, you can't be that tall because.
If you can say, what's the weirdest question you've ever gotten?
What, like in an interview or something?
Yeah, or like even the question that you just don't want to answer. It doesn't have to be a personal one, but yeah.
On the Misfits in one of the interviews, like who did I fancy out of all the boys, or like who was the most good looking or something like that, and I was just like, I'll grow up. That was things like that, because it's just like who wants to number one, that number two, like it's putting someone in a predicament. Number three, like grow up. No one's looking at any of the boys like that, like.
I think because maybe it's the idea of you being a ringo. It's like
that, and I was just about to say that I don't enjoy and I can handle it, so I'll just pan it. But I don't enjoy if you try and push people down certain, Cause that boring, lame sort of pretty girl clickbait content. Like I'm just not interested in it at all. If I see an interview sort of going that way, I'm like, I'm done here. Like that was nice. But to be fair, most of the people we work with are quite cool. No one's too weird. I get like weird questions, and if I do like question stickers, if I'm like, oh, ask me some questions, and I'll do like a Q&A. We'll get weird stuff there, and like just the weirdest stuff. It's
like tying it back to what I was saying about the downside of becoming a ringer. I was like, that's kind of what kind of meant. Was there like a disadvantage of like?
Yeah, maybe, but
is there a stigma? The
stigma, I would say, but with me, I'm sort of I like the stigma because I know I'm not that, and even like the I'll be in a model or being you're just this because I've always come from, and no disrespect to anyone that hasn't but because I have always been able to back myself like, oh, actually, I am intelligent, oh, I actually make money, I actually have my own business, or this and that. I've never felt that. I always sort of want someone to think, oh, she's just a silly, so I can be like, actually, I'm this. So
I'm asking because I watch boxing and I'm just like, okay, the main focus are the two opponents where they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
But I like to observe around. I just want to know like, okay, like how much do they make, and like why, how is that run exactly? Like, is there a stigma behind that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just want to know like the ins and outs of it.
I feel you, but
I
say it's never anyone like even in the premises or anyone that works. It's just people that have never been in the sport and situation. And it's really funny, but it's always like, if a guy, it's always like guys that have never been around girls and stuff, and you're just like, that's a weird question to ask me. Like, if someone would be like, oh, like, do like people grab your bum at the ring girl, and do you ever feel like, it's just like, in what normal reality do people do things like that to you anyway? Like, no, like when normal people go to work, do people do that to you? No, like, and then like, it's usually the person. It's like, why are you asking creepy questions? Like,
you see, with like women boxing fights, how comes that there aren't like ring boys?
We did. Well, I run the.
Do you know what I mean?
So we had it.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like just what I'm saying?
Honestly, I hated it. It was the cringiest. Like, it made me feel a bit sick. I do not want to see a man doing a feminine job. Call me sexist or whatever, but I don't want to see. Yeah, we had one. This promoter was mad for it. Like,
I can't.
He was like proper pushing. He was like, "It's going to change the game. We're going to have ring boys." And I was like, "Oh my god, how original!" And a thing I've never heard of. Like, it was like
just see men walking out with tight spandex. Just like,
and they were in speedos, and it was gross. It was gross because like they get in the ring as well, and they have to spread their legs, and it was just like,
Jesus, I've lost the match already.
To be fair, they done really well because it was like a charity boxing event, so it was like an older crowd with like older ladies, so they absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So,
That was like Magic Mike to them.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that was Magic Mike to them.
Grabbing, like, woo! Crazy Margaret in a hen do. But no, I don't want to see. I don't even like boys that play football. I think that's just girly as well. Like,
really?
Yeah, I want my man.
Oh, what, girls playing football?
No, boys.
Boys
like,
playing
I
football.
Think it's just a bit girly. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's like, ooh,
that's mental.
Run around and kick a ball. Oh, it's hard. Oh no, I'm out of breath.
You're a true boxer.
Yeah.
You're a true boxer. Yeah, she was like, what?
Yeah,
football? Who's on what?
So even rugby, I don't mind rugby. Like, yes, come on.
Okay, you like the tough sport. You're like,
yeah.
You're using blood and tears.
I love MMA and 100%, and because I'm so long as well, I feel like I would be great at it. It's so funny because I'm like, I thought I'd be great at it. And I know people are watching this like, why is she so demented? What makes her think
No,
she would
do you know
be
what?
great?
You keep. Do
I
you know what?
have to like tell myself off.
No, do you know what? No, you keep saying that, but do you know what? That like it's your field. This is what you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is what. Yeah.
And like I think I would have picked MMA over boxing if it wasn't for the fact that there's so much in MMA. It's like you have to. The grappling and the groundwork. It's not just the striking and stuff. And as well, like them MMA girls are tough. Like you don't want to get kicked or hit, and that's a whole nother story. So
yeah,
I'd have to train properly. And also, there's no influence at MMA stuff at the minute. To be fair, Misfits are doing like crossover stuff. So if they presented an MMA fight, definitely 100%. I want to do bare knuckle as well. So we can go for the bare knuckle. Yeah. I'm like on the bare knuckle. Because I said to Elle, I was like, if you don't want to fight me in boxing, like we'll go bare knuckle, if you're tough. But
what did she say?
I don't know. She's not. She's gone hella quiet since I broke Nikki's nose. So yeah. But I'm just excited to just fight again. Really.
What you do
MMA?
What you do MMA though?
Yeah, like I think I'd have to pick bare knuckle at MMA. Because it'd be like after boxing.
It's mental, isn't it?
No, like honestly, bare knuckle is crazy. Like it's crazy. And we was like having the fight banter and stuff, and we were discussing gloves, and it went from 10 ounces to 8 ounces. And then I remember the girl going, "I'd fight you bare knuckle. It makes no difference." And obviously, like I work in bare knuckle, so I was like, the whole bare knuckle community was just absolutely outraged. Like this. Like random like actress or whatever thinks she.
Oh, you're inspiring me, Oh, you have to go tomorrow. Just train.
No, do it. Like honestly, do it. Especially with the influence of boxing now. It's such a. Yeah, do it.
What, one podcaster to another?
Who would you? Yeah, who
my
would you call
podcast is
out? Who would you?
I'm saying you
Fine.
guys
Who? Hater.
Because I'm trying to give you the double here.
No, yeah, I always encourage everyone to start boxing. Like,
my brother does.
It's great.
My uncle does Wing Chun. My brother
sick.
does kickboxing. Yeah, he just started.
I love kick. I used to kickbox for a while, not like compete or anything, but just for like fun. Just do pads and stuff.
I like to do martial arts, like things like that.
Yeah. That is great.
I got a question about MMA. It might be a weird question, but I've always thought this. Sometimes when I watch MMA, I just think to myself, how is that legal? Is that actually allowed?
The beatings and
yeah, and you got people around watching and betting and what? Like, is that
it's crazy
actually
'cause
legal?
I would say like
Because this thing, like, come on.
It's still got moves that like you can't do.
yeah.
I understand
like,
boxing,
You can't
but,
do like a back. Even in boxing, no back fist. There are rules.
No, but come to let's say like the winner. They're both unrecognizable and they're smiling
know
at each other
what's
saying,
crazy
hey,
is how it's like-
I don't, bro.
People were like scared of bare knuckle and stuff, but it's actually, I would say bare knuckle is actually safer because when you're boxing and you've got the gloves on and everything, like you can just keep hitting someone and hitting someone and hitting someone. Like people don't get hit that much in bare knuckle because when you do get hit, you're going to drop to the floor. The rest you're never going to get hit multiple times with a bare fist because after the third clean one, like you're out. So I think like it's probably a bit more safer, I would say, the bare knuckle. I know it sounds crazy, but with the boxing, it's like even with the men, it's like 10, 12 rounds of just having your head rattled for the whole.
That's mental.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
That's mental.
Crazy.
I want to experience that. What's it like being in
Yeah.
the octagon?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
What
and they
is
shut
that?
the door and you can't get out. And it's
They
like,
proper lock it as well.
Yeah, that's
Why
like,
locking
that's
it?
my favorite bit.
And they lock it
There's
from the
no
outside
need. They
as
just
well.
want to make it. You're like, yeah.
Bro, what the fuck? It's mental.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
One day I'll try. I don't know, man. Not one day. You're all on your own.
Do you have a favorite boxer in like boxing?
I don't really watch boxing that much, but
Oh, do you like Nick Diaz? He was at Misfits.
yeah, he's
such
sick.
a
Yeah.
cool guy, man. He just doesn't give a f about anything, anyone.
What's
He's so cool.
that French guy? I forgot his name.
Chris Alvarez.
Something like that.
Is he French?
And also the one who went up against AJ recently. What's his name? That's one. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Your cousin.
Daniel, yeah, he's lovely. He's so cute. Do you know what I have to say though? Whoever thought of Ben Whittaker?
Yeah, that was quick as well. I didn't even know they fully.
That's smart.
And I love
I
Ben.
like that.
I liked him. I was I am still a Ben fan. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, that is fucking
Yeah, like, come on, bro. You get banged in your head. How much? You're telling me a little drop there.
Yeah, but his opponent, I really like him, as I've just seen. Yeah, no, 100%. But I think in a few of his bouts, you see like little bursts of that, but definitely was sort of like he was unstuck. I think he didn't know what to do. But no, yeah, that was a brilliant night of fighting. There was loads of fights on that night. Did you watch the girls? No, the girls fought. Sky Nicholson, she's good. I like her. Yeah, Eubank.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that fight yet.
Yeah, and then obviously the Bibble fight. I'm like, what else was on that? Yeah, that was an insane fight. There was a crazy night of boxing, and then we had a BKFC card at the same time. So that I was watching the girls on that. The guy who does the like commentary and reporting for Misfits fought on bare knuckle like last week. Never fought bare knuckle before ever. Just fought another guy who's like a reporter as well. It was like a crossover thing, but just crazy. Like hats off to the guy. Like proper heart.
Did you get like free tickets and access to these places, like all these big fights?
Yeah. To be fair, we can wangle our way in most places. Yeah.
Please send them my way.
Do you know what as well though? Like it's crazy because like, even when my friends are fighting and stuff, like you know when you spend so much time around things, I can just never be bothered to do anything anymore. And what's crazy is like I was so hyped for the boxing, the rider cars. Literally waited till the main event and fell asleep on the walkout because of that. Just Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, like 10-hour concert in the middle of the boxing. Like thoughts on that because I just don't want to see music or performing. I don't like one song is cool, but like I don't want to have any hour break in between any sort of like.
It's too distracting.
Yeah,
too much going on.
It's just too much. I was convinced, was that even Missy Elliott? Like because. She was like, didn't even see behind there. And then Busta Rhymes' hype man was just weird. He was so weird. You have to watch it. Just so out of place, you know. He's sort of like, he's probably a bit too old for the game now. Just, you know.
I bet they paused when he was spitting in that moment. What's that verse he does? When he's like, when he's spitting really fast.
Oh yeah,
they always pause it in that moment. Yeah, it just goes, oh, get a crowd reaction. Yay, well done. What's your future plans? What's next for you?
Double champ, baby.
Come on.
Elle Brooke, coming for that belt. Yeah, that's it, really.
Where is she?
Yeah, where the fuck are you at?
Come on.
Nah, she's just, it's fine, because I understand, like, I'm tough. If I watch that fight, I wouldn't want to fight me either, so I can understand, it's all right. She wants that. The one thing I'd say, like, just say I'm scared, I don't want to fight you, or I'm not ready, or I need time to prepare. That I don't mind if someone says that.
If you were allowed to, would you fight a man?
Because you think Elle looks like a man. That's really mean things. She called me off guard. No, I'm joking. She does look a bit like is it Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. She got that strong jaw.
Or would you fight a man?
Do you know what? I really do believe the whole men are stronger than women thing, and men, it's a different thing. Even the way men move and because I've sparred boys before, they're just different. And I wouldn't have believed it until I'd done it. You know, like I'm one of them girls that will like try and race a boy and be like, I can beat you, like, but it is actually men are men and women are women, and just even like their reactions, the way that it's a different type of it's obviously because they're men and they were built to.
But if there was one influencer that you would fight, like a male influencer,
anyone I'd like to put hands on,
that you've seen and you're like, I could knock him out.
I could probably knock a lot of people out. I don't know if I want to, but anyone.
I think you could have Space Gonzalez. Yeah, you could definitely have. You've seen him. It's him. Do you remember his face? You must have seen him.
Oh yeah, what's he from?
I don't know where he's from, but
yeah, I could have him. Easy. I could have them all. I don't know anyone that could beat me, to be honest. I'm the baddest.
Just keep having that mentality. I promise you will go a long way.
No, 100%. I'm like, there's no one that can beat me. Like, no one. I was like Mike Tempro one day.
It's not the same, but I have the same mentality when it comes to podcasting.
No, yeah.
Like I try and like.
You've got to be ambitious. It's like, otherwise, what's the point? It's like.
Well, the thing is, I like to compete, but just in silence.
Is that? I feel like there's a girl that you want to beat up. Is that why? Is there any girl that you want to?
I would never lay hands on a woman. Never lay hands on a woman. Never.
What nicely said.
I feel like only you're allowed to say that, but not me.
Yeah.
Then there was to start doing some investigation shit, get fucking Homeland Security on my doorstep. Cool. Plans. Oh yeah, you've already said.
Plans as well. Like rematch Nikki if she wants a rematch. I would love to rematch her. Because as well after it wasn't a sort of like, oh yeah, you beat me, you're better than me. It was like, oh, you're just tall. So if I had more time, and it's just like I'm not satisfied now, and I feel like
it sounds like just like the girly playground type conversation. Yeah.
And it was like I effed you up. Like what are you talking about? I broke your nose. Are you serious? You couldn't land one punch on me. You can't get anywhere near me.
Sounds like BBM days. That's what it sounds like.
Do you know what's so funny? Speaking of that, like in the fight week and stuff, like she was like giving it like, you've got no friends, because she like teamed up with Elle and everyone, and they were like, you've got no friends. And my best friend, she was so mad, like she was so angry. You know, I said when I walked out I could hear them screaming, because she was like, I was like, how did I hear you? She's like, I nearly died screaming. Like I just wanted to make sure. And even throughout the whole fight, if you watch it back, you can hear her, my friend, like really shouting the whole time. She's like, go on Carla, like you can't even, it's like you're not safe for radio. But yeah.
Can we come to one of your fights?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, please. I want to see this. Yeah.
I'm fighting in early next year, for like January. And,
okay, cool.
I'm hoping last time was Newcastle, so
I won't distract you till then. You just continue focusing on training. You just hand the tickets whenever you're ready. Just when you're ready.
The VIP box tickets.
You're lying. No, please! You lied about your age, but first! Just give me the ticket!
He believes me, like...
No.
42.
No, but I thought you were like one of those women that look like they're old, but they look extremely young.
People are always like...
Because you look extremely young.
With like makeup and just hair and a bun as well. I literally look like a kid as well. Like people knock on my house, and if it's like sales or stuff, I'm like, my mum's not here.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, where is she?
You like...
So I think it's a delivery. So I answer and I'm like, oh, my mummy's not here, because I just can't really like deal with it. Or I just sign up to dumb stuff all the time. I used to do that all the time. Like I was signed up to every charity, every like thing. I just couldn't say no. I'd like just like, yeah, okay. So
oh, you're one of those ones.
not anymore, because you know when I'd always like do good things and want to be a good person and do stuff, but it was always at the sake of me, like not at the sake of me, but I didn't, you know, like
that's the story of Yes Man. You know the one with Jim Carrey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he said yes to everything.
Yeah, that was me.
He was
I'd
like,
do it.
He was like
until,
yes
like,
to
I started
everything.
being around people that were
I
the
see what that
opposite
takes
to
you,
me.
yeah.
And I was like, why am I so, or why do I let people like not disrespect me, but you know, like, oh, I'm not really bothered. And then it was like the contrast of, okay, anyone disrespects me, like, and then it was like, no, we've got to like marry it out. I love the boxing now, because if anyone ever irritates me, I'm like, oh, why don't you put on a pair of gloves then and we'll fight? And it's like, no, I'm a normal woman that doesn't do that. But I'm like, yeah, but you can't. So that's how I always say everything should be resolved in that. Or I think if the consequence of like doing things bad were just getting like a clean punch on the nose, people would not do a lot of things. Like,
you're not afraid to have any of your like parts of your face broken? No,
just because I genuinely don't. Like I get hit, and I don't wear headgear in sparring. Like everyone thinks I'm crazy. Like I just don't like wearing headgear. So I've been whacked, and like, obviously someone can break my nose. I'm sure they can, or sure F me up. But I'm just really quick. Like you can't really get a clean shot on me to do it. And especially not these influencer girls. Like this.
It's been a winner's mentality since the start of this pod.
There it is.
Mental.
It's so true. It's like you can't touch me.
Yeah. Do you like that whole influencer label? Because it's like the way you're speaking and like how you want to do it professionally. Well, you are doing it professionally in a way, but it's like you don't want the label of influencer because you actually want to be dedicated to making this full time.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't mind, because I know I am in the field of influencer boxing and I can't stand up to the pros. Like, you know,
but you can though.
Well, I think I always look at it the best of the best. So the girl whoever has the 112 belt in the pro boxers I know will just be miles above. Like I'll put on it because I can't fight. I'll put on a good show, but it's like these girls they come from tens of years of boxing. Like it's their, you know, like it's their whole life. I can't expect. I would say, oh yeah, it's so funny. I always used to say like, oh, if I trained like the Olympic people do, I could be in the Olympics. Like, and I genuinely believe I'm like, if I had 4 years in a team, I could be in the Olympics if I wanted to. It's like I'm just not really interested in being in the Olympics. I was like, you're mental. And I'm like, no. So to be fair, if I had like the team and the time, I just know I could dedicate myself to being a pro.
Yeah.
Or doing anything. But no, like I quite like the scene. And as much as I'm like, when I say, oh, like the girls are staffed, it's like, to be fair, it's like we're influencers. They're meant to be like, it's no discredit to them because they're not athletes. They're not meant to be like that. Like no one is meant to take it as seriously as I'm taking it. Like it's, you know, so it's like they're fine. They're doing what they should be doing. It's just like, I just want more. And I think it's because if I did have the choice, I would do pro boxing. So I think that's where the difference is with me. I just want to be like the best, you know, the best. And I genuinely know I'm going to get that double, the 125 belt and be double champ. And then it's like, then I have to think, oh, what else can I do? Like, where am I going next? Like, obviously I have to defend it and stuff like that, but I'm just excited. My thing is I'm excited now to just keep proving people wrong because it felt so good.
Yeah.
It was so, and I was just hyped all week, and I was like, and when they see, and when
I've been there.
I was, and you just, it feels so good. Like that's why I was like, I didn't really mind being the underdog and people, you know,
because it gives you fuel to try harder and do better as well.
And
yeah,
because I just knew
it's like, yeah, watch me.
And I was thinking all these comments are getting screenshotted, all the reels we've got to spin, like you carry on just being part of it, like it all. But yeah, no, I just loved it. And I think even this next fight, even now, because even like the rematch, people are still being like, oh, I think Nikki could beat you in the rematch. And it's just like crazy because it's like, unless you can be like, oh, I lost that day because, and there's a reason, like her leg broke or like, you know, I wasn't fighting because I decided not to hit you with any punches. Like, what was the reason? The reason was you're not good enough and you're not as good as me. So that's not going to change. So, but it is crazy because even now a lot of people are like, I think Nikki will be all right in the rematch. And it's just crazy. So I am excited for my next fight because I think whoever it is, people are going to say the same stuff. It's weird. Like, I think quite a few people are going to say, oh no, Carla's the underdog again. Like, I think they think that was some sort of like freak performance or, oh, because she was tall. And it's just like, okay, like, you know, the short girls can hit me and spar and this girl's just not good. And to be fair, like, I will put up a good fight against like most people. Like, so I'm just excited.
I'm going to be rooting for you, boy.
No, yeah, you'll be in the crowd.
I'll be in the crowd.
If
I'll be rooting
I get you
for
tickets,
you.
I want a flag now.
No,
if you haven't got like a banner or like you pause. He's out. I ain't holding a banner. It's okay.
Ring boy, just Carla, you got this. Carla, you got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Just a drawing of a bow on the placard. Carla, look.
They do it. I'm excited. Yeah, I just can't wait. I just want an opponent now.
How long do you have to wait to get the next opponent? Like,
well,
is it like?
So it's like January, but
okay, you still have
they've
some
got
time.
like a really good card in November called the Super Card. So it'll sort of be finalising that and stuff like that. And then January's a little while ago. We're just thinking over opponents. I think it's just who makes that. But they just added some new girls to the roster. Like, do you know Lady Leisha?
Yeah, you're lying.
I swear. As soon as I see her in the division, I'd message Mams. I was like, give me Lady Leisha right now. She's in it.
She looks like an MMA fighter.
She's tiny.
She is tiny, yeah.
Tiny, bless her. Who else?
That's why it's just so easy to knock out.
Well, my thing is that I know she'll be I don't know, so I don't know, but she seems like she'll want to fight. No, none of the other girls like say stuff they don't want to fight. Like, I've gone through them one by one, and they'll say online like, yeah, and then you're like, oh, we fighting. You do talk to and it's like, oh, we think that she might need 6 months to.
I saw that as well.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I swear she did it last year as well with an influencer.
She fought Paige Akeki.
That's it.
So I used to train. I sparred her a couple of times.
What's she like?
Paige, like boxing or like as a person.
Boxing.
Yeah, she's good. It was ages ago, to be honest, so I just started out. But yeah, she definitely likes it and she enjoys it. She's
how does this work? So like, do they just go up to Tennessee with like, do you want to box? And then she's like, yeah, fuck it. Then she just starts training and then gets in the ring.
Yeah, I think like that. I think I don't think it's either like you're interested in it and you reach out to mams, but I think the majority of us are like misfits are reaching out to the girls and being like, yeah, do you want to fight?
If I'm in this physique and they approach me, I'll be like, you better give me like a year or two to actually get in
A
shape.
whole year or two.
Yeah, bro, what the fuck? Do I look ready to fight?
I think you look in impeccable shape. And
I appreciate you. Do I
would.
look my age?
Okay. Oh, I've forgotten it already. That's how bad I remember
28.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would guess about 28.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. To be fair, about 25 actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless you. Yo, Mike, do you
called
know
me
what?
old.
Ring boy,
I
watch.
can't believe that. Called me old.
No, didn't mean.
Innit? Man said, I believe you.
Wow, 42.
Show me one of your
Wow.
drawings. Carla, I appreciate you for coming on.
I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you fight as well.
I'm looking forward to my sign, my banner. There's a pause again.
No, don't do that. Oh my
Just
god,
get drawing.
you've sussed me out because this is what I'm like.
Because if you don't, I'll be really upset.
What?
If you don't do the banner.
No, I'll do a little boat drawing as well. then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With
I promise.
the Slim Shady LP in the corner.
Yes.
as well. Yes.
It's Eminem, it just does something to you.
If you could ask Eminem any question, what would you ask him?
Oh, I thought about it the other day.
You're crazy for him, aren't you? He's like, I thought about that.
No,
other day.
because
Let me get my
no,
book.
because think about it. Why hasn't he done this yet? Host a rap battle and him being the judge. Open up a globe like BGT or X Factor, right? Do your own rap battle show.
Yeah.
And him the judge with 50 Cent and Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
You shouldn't have said that here. Someone's going to copyright that now.
Bro, he does content with Paramount, bro. Bro.
Yeah, reach out to him.
That's how your career started. You were rap battling.
Yeah.
Find the next big rap
He
person.
needs to do that.
Do you not think so? Am I going mad? I don't know, man. Performing in front of Eminem, like you're giving and the winner, of course.
I'd
gets
go on
signed.
it 100%.
And he's got his own record label.
I swear I would, and he'd
And, you know,
love
and
it.
he's got his own record label. He's got his own record label.
Oh,
Gets
yeah,
signed by
yeah,
Eminem.
Do you know, you're so funny. 'Cause I do stuff like this. Like, I'll like analyze someone's thing and be like, why aren't you doing this? Or like,
Yeah.
it's that I go to places and I'll like price venues up in my head, and I'm like, I wonder what the rent on this place is. Like, if they've done it, like the weirdest stuff. Like, what is that got to do with it? Or I like ask people about their figures and stuff all the time, and I realize that it's so intrusive. But I just want to know, like.
Even when people give me advice, you know, when I was put on the map, everyone's like, oh, maybe you should do this on your podcast. It's like, brother, I got here for a reason. Why would I want to add more shit on top?
Yes.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's read mean tweets. Brother, I don't want to read mean tweets.
Let's do reaction videos. Mine's out all the time. And people always ask, react to this. And I'm like, no one wants to watch me react to a video. Like, that's the most boring thing in the world.
100%.
To be fair, I watch the maddest stuff. So
What do you watch?
just like, I'm one of them annoying, like, just watch murder documentaries.
Oh, I do that
or
all the time.
like,
I watch that too.
Or like, I'm really weird. Say if like a thought comes into my head and it's like, oh, I wonder what this is. I'll like research the whole like topic of something really useless, but like I just really will need to know about it. Like, I like, yeah, stuff like that. Just like
What's your guilty pleasure?
probably foods and
My food isn't. Is it guilty pleasure? Or is there a type of food that like everyone hates that you love?
mackerel. I really like smoked
I love it.
mackerel.
I love
and
it.
I eat in public a lot, which annoys people. Yeah, it stinks. I like a lot.
You
of
eat
fish
in
as well.
public?
I'll eat just. I'll just whip out and pack it.
Carla, you can't do that. That is mad.
And then I don't like the skin, so I'll pull the skin off, and then just like eat the.
But it stings.
Yeah, it stings. And in my car, I do it, and I'll leave the packet in my car, and then someone gets. Why is it stinking? I'm like, it's my mackerel. Honestly,
my God,
I'm
no,
obsessed
Carla,
with
Carla,
it.
no.
That's the one thing I was craving fight week, and I remember being in the
That
hotel.
doesn't
and
sound
saying,
like you. That's not you.
No, I told you I'm a messy person. I'm just like.
You know when someone's just so perfect, and then you just hear something like,
They eat mackerel.
and it's like, ah.
Yeah, but it's really good for you.
Get away!
Think of how healthy I am.
No, I love mackerel, but I'm just saying, like, just in the public thing.
Just eating it.
Yeah.
Do you know, I get told off for that. I had to ask someone on the phone the other day. I was like, is it rude? It was like someone that was close to. So obviously I wouldn't do it in a normal like business or work, but I was like just chomping it. I was eating cereal actually. So what a thing to eat on the phone. And I was like, like just there. I was like, it was just rude. Like, eating my cereal. And they were like, yeah, that's crazy rude. It's like, they were like, it's like a tickety thing to be like, oh, I can eat on the, like, I don't really care about you, it's rude. And I was like, yeah, that is crazy rude. But things like that, I eat in my bed as well, which I
I do
that's
that
disgusting apparently. Like,
and just do the,
do you know what, one thing I don't do
there was it's always the breadcrumbs, isn't it?
is when if I get a takeaway, I'm not putting it on a plate. Like, it really was.
I swear to God, I hate when people, I find that fucking weird as well.
Yeah, like, okay.
It came in a box. And you know what?
Expensive.
And you know what? You're a bastard as well now, because now you have to wash it.
Yeah, literally. And it's just like, why?
Brother! No, bro, they give you a box. You just eat from the box, and that's enough.
Chinese, I would do it. That's the only one, because there's loads of stuff, and I want it all. So yeah, fairs, but anything else, I'm like pizza. Pizza's one. Like you've got a box. Like why on earth have you got a plate for this?
There's always that one box. Let's grab a plate.
Let's grab a plate.
Just sit down, use your hands. There's a box.
Or it'll be like, oh, you're not gonna get a plate. Oh, it's just like, oh, you're better than us. Yeah, great. And I'm just eating mackerel. Just throwing it out like.
Yeah, let's grab a plate for this.
I'm really bad. Like, I'll eat. I done it like the day before yesterday. If I'm in the shop, I'll half eat whatever I've got before I've even got to the till. Like, honestly, I just can't. I'm just such a fatty. Like, don't like waiting for any. Do you know? Like, I've never had, not never have to wait. But you know, like you're an adult now, so you do whatever you want. So I'm like, why do I have to wait till we're out the shop to finish or I'll get like a dessert with my like starter.
You really love your dessert.
I just love dessert.
What's your favourite?
I love a coffee and walnut cake. I really like a chocolate bomb. You know, like when it
I'm a granddad. I love carrot cake.
I love carrot cake.
Yeah, I like.
So I got so excited.
And my favorite tea is Earl Grey.
Oh, I like Earl Grey.
I'm a granddad.
A nice strong tea.
I have sweetener. I don't like really sugar.
Sweetener's really bad for you.
I know, I heard, but I just don't want sugar in my system.
Do you know why I used to use sweetness? It's so easy to just be like ching instead of like having to get the.
Do you know what it is?
So late.
Because when I have a can of Fanta that's sugar free, I feel less guilty.
Yeah, see,
I deserve this.
Do fizzy drinks. I'll eat cake and everything like that, but I'm not a fizzy drinker. Oh, do you know what? I love Easter eggs all the time. Okay. And ice cream. Do you know the other day I ate 4 cornettos in one day?
How are you in this shape?
And I was like, there's no need for that.
I'll have a quarter of a cornetto and I'll just be obese. So how the fuck are you actually doing this? Listen to what she's saying.
Oh, that's what I mean. I'm just like, nah. But to be fair, like
I have half a chip. I have to go gym for a week.
Oh, stop. But yeah, I like can't put on any weight, so I'm the opposite. I'm sure that. No, but like I would love to be able to put on weight. So I think now I'm just like happy with it. So I'm like, and I'm so glad that I found boxing because it's like I hated my physique. Like when I was little, like I hated having really skinny long arms. Like, and then even ring getting when I first, when you said like, not always being secure. As a ringer, I've always done that with my arm, and I used to hate like how skinny my arm. And I'd look in every photos, and I'd get really angry at myself, like, "Why do you keep doing that when you know it makes you look so skinny and horrible? You ugly, horrible." But I really hated that. So now I've got the box, and I'm like, yes, long arms. Like I finally put this like ugly, lanky thing to good use. Do you remember Lanky Larry's the sweet?
Yes, yeah.
I always used to look at that and just be like, that's you, Carla. Angrily.
I missed the really long straw and it had like 4 different types of powdered like colours. Do you remember? The sherbet thing, yeah.
I hated those though because I'd always like put it in my mouth and then dribble on it and then it wouldn't come out and you'd have to turn it over and it still wouldn't work. You'd have to cut it in half.
I missed that.
And then everyone would be like, just put it in your hands. But it's like, and then
weirdos
would go. The weirdos. Yeah.
Cool. It's about to switch. But yeah, do you know what I've deeped about this podcast, by the way? Even with previous episodes, every time I try to wrap up, the conversations get
talking.
no, the conversation.
I warned you though.
No.
I'm joking.
No. This has happened every time I try to wrap up. The conversations just get more interesting afterwards. But Carla, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Love. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love all of you.